Hi, today I'm gonna talk about the book Friend and Foe, which explore the complex interaction of cooperation and competition in human relationships. The topic importance of this book is dual nature of relationships, cooperations versus competitions. It explained that success depends not just on being friendly or competitive, but knowing when to be each. By knowing this, can apply it to business negotiations, friendships, family dynamics, and leaderships. The book explores how power dynamics affects whether people act more selfishly or generously. The first lesson I learned from this book is success requires balancing cooperations and competitions. Life isn't about choosing to be a friend or a foe. It's about strategically being both. Knowing when to collaborate and compete is crucial for driving careers, relationships, and negotiations. For example, in business, you might collaborate with colleagues on a project as a friend, but still compete for promotion as a foe. The next lesson I learned from this book is perspective taking is a power tool. The ability to understand others' views helps you navigate the social dynamics effectively. This matters because it boosts empathy, trust, and negotiations outcomes. It also helps you to anticipate competitive moves. For example, understanding the true values held by opposing party during negotiations will assist you in making more effective trade-offs and locating solutions that are beneficial for both parties. The third lesson I learned from this book is power changes people and it's a double-edged sword. Gaining power can increase confidence and risk taking, but it also can lead to selfishness and blind spots. Being aware of how powers affect behavior helps you to use it wisely and avoid ethical pitfalls. For example, a leader with an unchecked power may ignore team input, leading to poor decisions and resentment. Another lesson is rivalries are powerful but risky. Having a rival can push you to perform better, but it also can lead to irrational decisions. Sometimes people sabotage others or take risks just to win against a rival. Use rivalry for motivation, but don't let it to cloud judgment. Although the books is great, but there's like a couple of critiques you can give to this book. The first one is balance cooperation and competitions. Sounds great, but it's weak in practice. While the idea of balancing friends foes dynamics is compelling, the book doesn't always give the clear criteria for knowing exactly when to shift between the two. In real life, it's hard to read the room perfectly. Misjudging the moment, being too cooperative or too competitive can backfire. Another critique is perspective taking has limits. The book talks about how important it is to see things from other people's point of views, but it doesn't really get into how exhausting that can be, especially for people who are already in tough or emotionally draining situations. Always adapting for others can lead to burnout and even loss for one's own voice in conflict. Sometimes it's just as important to assert your own needs rather than over empathize. Moreover, power corrupts, but not always. The book emphasizes how power can make people more self centered, but sometimes it also shows that power can enhance moral behavior. Depending on person values, it risks painting powers as inherently risky or toxic, rather than a neutral tool that amplifies what's already there. Some leaders became more generous or fair when empowered by because they feel a greater sense of responsibility. Finally, there's a couple of advice I can give you from reading these books. Firstly is learn when to compete and when to collaborate because both are essential in a workplace. Ask yourself in any situation, like if it's a win-lose or a win-win situation. Next is master perspective taking. Understanding other improves negotiations, leadership, and teamwork. Before reacting, pause and ask, what might the others feeling or thinking about us? Use the perspective taking in meetings or feedback conversations to reduce conflict and build trust. Finally, power changes behavior, so stay self aware. Power can make you overconfident or blind to other needs. As you gain influence, check in with your team regularly and invite the honest feedbacks. And that's overall I get from the book. Thank you for watching.